Our next storyteller, Hailey Bieghler, is 21, adventurous, obsessed with purple lipstick, and all dogs. Next year, she will be starting her bachelor's degree in social work. She's the youngest of 4 and loves her family and food to pieces. She's sassy, classy, and a little bit smart-assy. Hailey will be reading her essay titled, "It's Nothing."
I always knew I was depressed when I was younger, but no one was going to take a self-diagnosis by 12-year-old me seriously. My doctor for the day was an intern who wanted more than just fixing boo-boos and tummy aches. It sounds like you're an introvert. It's most likely nothing. A lot of people are introverts and enjoy spending time by themselves. It's really nothing to fret over. He sent me on my way along with an "I'm an introvert now" WIP printout and some suggested exercise routines. My diagnosis was lazy, not crazy. That was good, right? No, it wasn't right because I knew that there was something wrong. I just didn't know what. I was in middle school, not med school. As days, weeks, and months rolled by, I slowly replaced all the things I loved with sleep and sadness. Softball was my life, and then one day it wasn't. My love for rollerblading vanished as I grew fonder of my bed. The next thing to go was my love for band and music altogether. I didn't want anything to do with my dogs, family, swimming, biking, you name it. My family never understood why I was dropping activities like flies. They simply thought I was outgrowing them. To my surprise, I still had my friends. I never wanted to hang out with them. I just wanted to be left alone with my dark thoughts. I would come home from school, run to my room, and instead of doing my homework, I would lay there for hours crying over a pain that wouldn't go away. I sat there pinpointing out all of my flaws, and I would gawk at my hideous body. I had thoughts like, why would anyone ever want a whale like you? You're disgusting. You don't deserve to be alive. You're not doing anything with your life, so what's the point? Aw, why are you crying? You should be dying. You know, if you died, no one would miss you. Jesus Christ, you're such a burden. Actually, Jesus Christ himself probably wouldn't even care if you dragged that knife across your wrist, or if you took that bottle of pills, or if you hung yourself in your basement. You're a worthless piece of shit. Get over it. You're fine. It's nothing. That just made me even sadder. I began to believe that the world would be a better place without me. I grew to hate myself even more and everything in my surroundings. My eternal sadness was apparently so evident that I constantly gave off this "I hate you" vibe, which my parents took as me giving them an attitude. So I learned to pick a fake smile on and suck it up. I was tired of all the questions. Is something wrong? I don't know. Why are you so sad? I don't know. Are you not feeling well? No? Yes? I don't know. Sometimes I was so depressed that I couldn't even bring myself to speak. In order to dodge questions, I would sit in the shower for an hour or so. I felt too much like a worthless burden to get out. For the next 2 years, I put on a brave face and went on with life. I actually found some joy in jazz and marching band. But even with something new to distract me, it became harder and harder to hide what I would later find out to actually be depression. When I met someone new and they asked me what I like to do for fun, in the back of my mind I thought, sleeping and crying. I was always that happy, bubbly girl who showcased her obnoxious laugh and surrounded herself with friends. I was constantly surrounded by people, yet I still felt like I was alone. My teachers and friends started to notice a change in my behavior and showed great concerns. I was so used to being sad all the time, I didn't see what the problem was. Crying myself to sleep every night was pretty normal for me. It wasn't until my senior year of high school that I realized I needed help. All of the little monsters in my head were telling me to stay in bed because I was better off dead, and I definitely agreed. I sat in my room listening to Blue October's saddest songs on repeat while writing my suicide notes to my friends and family. I read them over and over and over again until I thought that they were the perfect ways to say goodbye to everyone. I remember crying and then looking at my dog and being ungodly disgusted with myself. What was I even doing? Suicide? I don't even like pain. How was I supposed to kill myself? I sat on my floor and stared at my notes. I couldn't help but bust out in tears and laughter. I laughed for the longest time. Just like Allie Brosh did during her depression in Hyperbole and a Half, when she laughed at a piece of corn she found on the floor. Except I was laughing at suicide. I mean, in a sick, twisted way, it was a good thing for me. I laughed in suicide's face. My dog obviously thought I was insane, but in that moment, everything was okay. I was okay. To this day, the words, "it's nothing," haunts me. It's hard to be in pain for so long and not pull the plug on yourself and everything that you've worked for. It sucks to say that I'm suffering through it, but I'm so thankful that I am because I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't have graduated high school, or I wouldn't be going to college to pursue my dreams. Getting help as soon as you can will change your life for the better, trust me. Don't ever let anyone tell you that your depression is nothing. I mean, you feel like nothing, but it really is something.